Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic was shut off. Hello and welcome to ATS Diesel Performance in the 2019 Diesel Power Challenge presented by XDP. You are watching the UTI.edu live stream that will be going on all week long from Colorado. We start today with Hell in a Cell, the dyno cell. It's the first big kind of portion of the event. As many of you know that follow this event, tomorrow we'll go to Bandimere Speedway, we'll drag race the trucks, we'll do our 8th mile trailer tow, we'll do a trailer towing obstacle course later in the week, as well as sled pulling. We started the event technically yesterday with the fuel mileage, fuel consumption run, which is done on the same dyno here. These guys use a Mustang eddy current dyno, so they can actually build a program to simulate a road. All the competitors drive the same road. We measure how much fuel they used, and then they get scored on that consumption. What's going on right now behind me, this is Clint Cannon's truck. Clint Cannon owns ATS Diesel Performance where we are, and they're going to use his truck as the validation truck on the dyno today, just so all the competitors and all you at home understand that the dyno is good, the dyno works great, and the dyno is working properly. They've dynoed this truck a gazillion times, developing parts and pieces for it. It has one of their compound kits on it, and it's fully legal as far as all the emissions equipment goes. We'll see what it makes for power in just a few minutes. Really looking forward to hanging out with all of you. I'm Brian Loans. I've been involved in this event for a long time. I took a year off last year. I had something else I had to do. We sent Reinhardt in, but I booted him out, and I'm back here with you for the next few days. Really great group of trucks here. 10 trucks. There are 4 Cummins-powered Dodge trucks. There are 4 Duramax-powered Chevrolets, or GM trucks, and there are 2 Fords. Why are there only 2 Fords? Well, one of the selected Fords dropped out, and the returning champion as well as the alternate did not have Ford vehicles. The first truck in competition we will see out here will be our returning champion. We'll talk to him and a lot more about his truck once he gets up here. Going to be a great few days. This is always an event that stretches everybody's ability, intensity, the whole deal. Seth Kuntz, one of the competitors right now, is actually rebuilding, or they finished almost rebuilding the engine. They felt like they might have hurt the crankshaft during their time on the dyno yesterday. So what they did was they spent the entire night, literally the entire night, tearing the bottom of the engine down, going through everything and making sure it's correct. So he will run later on the dyno. He will run as part of the contest, but they're still wrenching that thing back together. These guys are getting this stuff wrapped up. We're going to get ready to kick it off here. Looking forward to a great few days, and hopefully everybody keeps the rods in. Hang out, sit tight. We'll get you back up to speed in just a few minutes.
When I'm running up a road at night, I want to be able to see way out there. When I'm climbing up a mountain pass, I want to be able to see what's on the other side when I top over that hill. Not only that, when I'm roaring down through some of these Baja roads, I want to be able to look way out there. You need that perception. KC provides the best, highest quality, maximum light. That's why I use KC's.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners for your diesel engine. From main studs to rod bolts to head studs, ARP outperforms and outlasts factory hardware. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com.
What's going on, everybody? Here we are at the Kingdom of Fury Off-Road Tires, where we offer the greatest thing since sliced bread, Fury Off-Road Tires. Come on in, check it out. Now that I've got you guys here inside Fury, I want to introduce you to the new MT and RT series that we at Fury have to offer. Here's the new RT series that has highway efficiency but performs off-road at the same time. Fury's MT series tires that offers you a comfortable ride while going down the road, but giving you that aggressive look at the same time.
ATM.
All right, so what's going on behind us right now is the drivers' meeting before we get going with the dyno. They're going to review the rules, and they're also going to draw cards to establish the order on the dyno. One thing that's awesome that's already happened is because all the other competitors know that Seth Kuntz's truck is hurt and they're working on it, whoever has drawn the number 10 spot has agreed to switch with Seth Kuntz to make sure that he has plenty of time to get his truck fixed. So already a lot of teamwork going on. Clint Cannon telling everybody about his truck right now as the group of drivers kind of hanging out. Hello.
Information. Thank you. Give them information and details as much as you can. We also have Diesel Performance Podcast here, so a lot of questions will be coming at you from various people. The Truck Show Podcast and Jay from Banks is here, so just cooperate across the board with them. On the dyno, we have a request from the photo people. If you can make sure your headlights are on. I understand there's a lot to think about when you get on the dyno and you want to make sure everything's right. But please turn your headlights on. We'll give you one friendly reminder. You know, if you don't do it, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry about it. But it'd be great if we could have headlights on during dyno pulls. That's for photos. Are all of the dyno rules understood? I took a lot of time to make those rules up, and I hope everybody read them in detail and understand what the dyno rules are. The biggest thing that might come up, probably or possibly with the Allison transmissions, is a downshift. And there is a downshift rule that's very detailed. You have the rule package, so go back and read it and make sure you understand it. Brian knows it, I know it, so if there are any questions, you can come to us. But it's very, very clear cut, so you should know what's going on there. Safety is one of the first and foremost important things. We'll be safe in here at all times. Nothing outrageously stupid, of course. Be careful of trucks coming in and out. As far as policies on staging, we'll have our first pulled truck up on the dyno, and then the next pulled truck will be in the hole. The hole is right back there at the end of the shop. Keep a path clear for trucks coming in and out. Some of the service trucks that are being worked on, keep a path there. We're not going to stack 3 and 4 back there, just one at a time for now. And I understand nitrous bottles and heat and all that. You'll have to do what you can to keep them out of the sun. We just try to have one truck in that hole at all times. And make it, keep it upon yourselves to keep track of that. I don't want to say, okay, this guy up in the hole next. Make sure you're watching what's going on and then pull your truck in. Only, as far as the dyno is concerned, only wristbanded Diesel Power Challenge personnel, competitors, and crew are allowed in the dyno cell after a pull. Only 3. So that means a team, or if there's a swap for someone just to help out or whatever, only 3. So that's the driver, basically the 4 people comprising a team, or if there's a swap. 4 people only with wristbands, DPC competitors, are allowed in the dyno cell after a pull. I know there's time to celebrate, and there's a desire to celebrate after a good run and all that, but wait until the truck's off and the driver's clear and party